Hello, Ben. This is your task for today. This is John. He is a differently abled student with limited mobility and has to move around using a wheelchair. You are required to create a ramp for students like John.
Okay, I'll do it. Done.
Do you see what's wrong with the ramp?
Not sure. Oh, now I see it.
That is why a needs assessment is important. If we don't do it, this could happen. But if done right, the community, people expressing the problem, and you will get a successful project.
What exactly is a needs assessment?
A needs assessment is a systematic process for determining and addressing needs or gaps between current conditions and desired conditions or wants. The discrepancy between the current condition and the wanted condition must be measured to appropriately identify the need.
I see. But why do we conduct it?
We need to conduct a needs assessment to identify the root problem, develop real, practical solutions based on identified root problems, and then measure the impact of the project.
So, when should I identify the needs?
Great question. There are 3 situations where this can be done. The first situation is during project planning. The second instance is when implementing the initiative. And the third would be when measuring the impact of the project. Bear in mind that these are to be done throughout the project.
Why is a needs assessment important?
Needs assessments are important because it helps us to avoid duplications with existing programs which are already successful, and also to ensure the relevance of the needs for the target audience.
That sounds great. Okay, let me do it. Oh wait, how do I do it?
Now, there are 4 steps in conducting a needs assessment. Here's an overview of the steps. Let's try applying it to your task. Step 1. Plan the needs assessment. You need to determine its purpose, formulate questions, and determine the data source.
Okay, I'll start a needs assessment for the differently abled students. I'll start by planning it. The purpose would be to make it easier for them to move around. As for the data source, it would be great to get the data required from the differently abled students themselves. Some of the questions I will ask are there any routes that are usually difficult for them to access? How can we make it easier for them to get around?
Good start! Now, step 2. Collect and analyze information. There are primary information such as interviews, stories, and focus groups, and also secondary information which are obtained from documents and literature.
Next, I'll collect information. I could conduct interviews with John and the others to hear their stories and difficulties that they face.
Great job, Ben. Now, step 3. Interpret the data.
Then, I will move on to interpret the data. I can use this information that I've gathered and look for patterns to determine the issue.
Final step. Step 4. Document the findings. This could be in the form of a slide deck, a full report, or an executive summary.
I'll write all that I've discovered and have them compiled in relevant categories so that their needs can be identified along the way. Alright, done!
Perfect! Good job, Ben! Great! Now you can start creating a proper ramp that will really benefit people like John.